Hey, it's Motogod. Welcome back with brand new video. In this video, I'm going to tell you 8 things that you have to change to make your motorcycle look absolutely insane. And by changing these 8 things, your motorcycle also have a lot of advantages. To know more about it, let's go into the video straight. So before going into the video, I have something to say you guys. Like, I have decided to give my 50% of my YouTube revenue to the charity. So if you want to be part of that, you don't need to spend a single rupee. Just have to like my videos and watch the video till the end without skipping it. If you do that, you are helping someone that really needs your help. So the first point that we're going to talk about is the fork boots. As you can see, so this is how it looks. It exposed to the sun, water and dust. So eventually all the dust and water creates the mess like a rust, makes your oil seals to leak out. So to avoid that, use the fork boots, which actually looks really good and which will also protect your fork oil seals. The second point that we're going to talk about is the handlebar. You can see this is not the stock handlebar, which is RD350 handlebar. Now you can see the stock handlebar. This is how it looks. So okay, I'll show you in a clear way. Come here. So if we install the stock handlebar, which looks something like this, it is not so confident while riding at higher speeds, and which also not looks as cool as RD350 handlebar. So that's why I always recommend RD350 handlebar over the stock handlebars, because which looks really cool and which was very useful for high speed rides. And while riding it, the feedback from RD350 handlebar is way more better than the stock handlebar. So I always prefer you guys to go for RD350 handlebar for better looks, as well as which gives you more confidence while riding. So the third point that I'm going to talk about are the crash guards. I think most of the people uses the butterfly, the traditional RX crash guards, which was really good. And if you already have, that means you already have the third point. If you don't have the stock butterfly crash guard, if you have the straight bar, just remove it and use the stock butterfly crash guards, because these butterfly crash guards have the 4 mounting points. You can see 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. So what happens if you use a straight bar? Okay, if you use a straight bar, you only have the 2 mounting points. When your motorcycle fall off, it will directly impact on these 2 mounting points, and which will eventually bend your frame. So always use these kind of stock butterfly crash guards to avoid any frame damage. And also another point I want to tell you guys, like if you're using the stock butterfly crash guards, if you fall off, I mean these tend to bend. The impact was taken very soon. You can see the point was over here, but on a straight bar the point is over this place. So always use the stock butterfly crash guards. So go for butterfly crash guards on any RX. The fourth point that I'm going to talk about is the kicker. This is not a stock kicker. Okay, this is RX135 5-speed kicker. So on a 100 or 135 4-speed, the kicker shape is opposite. Okay, this tends to look like this, right? So on a stock 135 or 100, the kicker something looks like this. The angle was different on the opposite side. This looks really good compared to the stock kicker, and this also gives a more confident, and I felt like this is not as slippy as the 4-speed kicker. I think there is something issue with the shape or something. I really don't know about it, but this feels very solid while kicking. I don't have any fear whether I lost the grip or something like that. So always use 5-speed kicker, which looks really good on 100 or 135. This one is direct fit for all Yamaha series, RX series. So 5-speed kicker really looks good and works absolutely perfect. So, and the fifth thing that I'm talking about, you can see this is a stock one, right? You can see the long luggage carrier, which used to come on the OG Yamaha RX100s, so the starting variants. But this is also can fit directly on any RX100 or 135. So this one looks really good compared to this one, which looks absolutely like, I mean this looks something like this, which is not complete for the classic look. If you use the long luggage carrier, which looks really good, and just show it in this way, and you can see the carrier definitely makes a change on the motorcycle. So compared to this thing really looks good. And also there is another good point if we talk about luggage carrier. On this you can't mount it anything like any luggage or something, but on this thing you can see you can place something luggage on this. Okay, and you can also fix a top box on this with some mountings and stuff. I'll show you the top box and how it looks on the luggage carrier. So this is a top box that I got, but I haven't fixed it. I'll fix this when I start traveling on the motorcycle. And this is how it looks. This is how it looks. And when you open this, you can see a lot of space. I already made a video previously, but this is how it look inside, and you can store a lot of things in here. And you can simply lock it like that, and just show it in a long way. So you can see this actually looks really good. Okay, absolutely banger for tourer. And the sixth point that I'm going to talk about is the rear shock absorbers. You can see on US Suzuki Shogun, I never used the stock shock abs. Previously I used the Passion Pro shock abs on Suzuki Shogun, and on my Yamaha RX I think Honda Shines, I guess. Honda Shine shock abs on that motorcycle as well. On this motorcycle also I use the Honda Shines. Using aftermarket shock absorbers, that really gives you more comfort compared to the stock shocks, and which also looks really cool compared to the stock rear shock absorbers. For example, you can use TVS Phoenix for better looks, and Bajaj Platinas for better comfort. And for this also very comfortable, and I got this because this matches my whole scheme of the motorcycle, whole paint scheme of the motorcycle. So I got this kind of Honda shocks. You can see this color and my engine color and my stickering, which looks absolutely similar. So I got Honda Shines rear shock absorbers. So changing shock abs rear, which will really make your motorcycle out of box. So change those for your comfort, for your looks. So this is all about the sixth thing that you have to change. And the seventh thing that I'm going to talk about is the fuel filter. Okay, this type of filters. This is glass type petrol filter. You can see glass type petrol filter, and which is from Paco company, PACCO. So which you can get it under 100 and 150 bucks. So you can get this, which actually purifies your petrol, and which will make your carburetor clean, and which will make your carburetor not to overflow. By using this, the looks are going to be good, as well as it's going to filter the petrol. Eighth thing that you want to change is not for all. If you're using a 2T oil pump, then this might be helpful for you. But if you are not using 2T oil pump, then this point is not for you. So if you see the 2T oil pipes, the 2T oil pipes, one from the 2T oil tank to the 2T oil pump, and from 2T oil pump to the carburetor. You can see both are transparent, which is kind of pinkish red color. One is a pure transparent one. And the thing that I'm using these two pipes instead of black pipes. Okay, the black ones that you got on the automobile shops are the rubber pipes, which tend to break very easily. I mean, around 1 or 2 months they tend to break up, and they're gonna spill all the oil around your motorcycle, and it will create a mess. So always use plastic pipes instead of rubber pipes. So that's why I got these two plastic pipes, and one connected from the 2T oil tank to the 2T oil pump, and from 2T oil pump to the carburetor. So which also looks really good compared to the black pipes. There is also a use for that, and there also looks really good. So this is all about 8 things that you have to add or change on your motorcycle, which will make your motorcycle looks like this, absolutely banger. You can see I've changed it. This is my personal customization, and which is the perfect setup that I like personally. So I also prefer you guys to change all these 8 things accordingly. Not only physical appearance, and there is also a lot of advantages, as you've seen in the video right now. This is all about the video. I'll see you guys in another video. Until then, peace.